Hello, my name is John Watson and as a day-to-day role I'm an SAP consultant from the UK. This video is my submission for the OpenSAP course Touch IoT with SAP Leonardo. The main aim of the course is to be able to begin to understand the insights and functionalities possible when integrating IoT sensors and connected devices with an ERP solution such as SAP. To meet this end, I've created an end-to-end demo for a gentleman named Sam Stuttard, a fleet and inventory manager from the emergency services in Northern Ireland. He has been having some serious problems managing the fleet and inventory in his regions, so let's take a look at his persona. So here we are, but who is Sam Stuttard? Well, he's a keen sportsman, scuba diver and self-acclaimed SAP novice, having worked for the National Health Service since he graduated in 2010. Sam is a very organised person and can easily cope with many things on his mind at once. He's well suited to his job, having to align to a multitude of drivers, paramedics, vendors and hospital staff to ensure emergencies are supplied with the appropriate and reliable equipment. Sam's the man when it comes to fleet and inventory expenditure too, bringing together data from a plethora of systems to make informed decisions on spending. He is responsible for the asset data, where it exists and is currently captured, although in many cases this is skipped by the end users as the emergency services simply do not have time. As Sam is dealing with emergency scenarios, including ambulances and first responders, he has a zero tolerance policy to equipment failure or faults during service. Currently, Sam, at an additional operational expense, intentionally overstocks the vehicles to ensure failures do not occur. Some types of medicines and other pieces of inventory need to be handled and stored very carefully and will become ineffective or even dangerous if stored outside their suggested storage conditions. The current systems do not support this understanding of the inventory, and replacement decisions are purely based on personal opinion with minimal context. Sam also needs to have his fleet available 24/7, located where the demand requires them. This is extremely challenging with the current disconnected and paper-based systems. On the right hand side, we have 4 examples of how these requirements can be turned into points of view. Instead of reading them all out loud for you, here's one. As a fleet and inventory manager, I need a way to maximise the availability of my fleet and inventory whilst keeping vehicles systematically dispersed so that patients experience lower response times. All 4 of these points of view have been taken into account when creating the prototype system shown later in the demo. Let's move on to the current user experience journey that Sam has to take on a day-to-day basis. I've taken an example of where a vehicle fails during service. Sam gets extremely frustrated by these as they are not only dangerous but wholly preventable by proper and thorough maintenance. You can see that the shock of receiving the news takes quite a toll on his feelings, but as he moves further into the standard process of getting a tow and replacement vehicle, he feels more in control of the situation and then happier. At the end stages of this user experience journey, however, you can see that his frustration is actually vocal, saying, "It's so sad to put another vehicle down," and "Next time we go German." What a crazy thought. We all know British engineering's the best. So, how can IoT and SAP help Sam? Let's first log into his new dashboard. Fantastic. Now that we're logged in, we can see his personalised home screen, where he initially sees some notifications from the company shown here. Sam also has a notifications pop-up, where he can see other internal communications with team members and automated system messages. The dashboard also shows pending actions and issues. These have been categorised by vehicles or inventory. In this table, you can see all vehicles that SAP has highlighted as an issue. But how does SAP know these vehicles might have a problem? If we open up one of the records, we can see the master data and sensor data for the vehicle of registration AF178FO. So, why was this vehicle highlighted to Sam as a problem? Well, as you can see, the engine temperature and fuel level look okay. However, the oil level is getting low, and it's been a while since the vehicle's last service. Okay, so we have a problem, but what can Sam do about it? If we take a look at the recommended actions, we can see that the SAP machine learning algorithms have calculated that an oil service is the best course of action for this vehicle. So let's schedule one for us when the vehicle is next free. Fantastic, that's all scheduled. What are these other recommendations for this vehicle though? As you can see, it's mentioning that we should notify the manager of excessive speed. That's a bit strange. Let's investigate. If we look at the historical speed chart, you can see, at noon, the vehicle did breach the safe threshold speed. We can manually trigger the notification to the driver's manager on Sam's behalf. So let's do it. On the inventory side of things, it's recommending that we complete a full automatic restock for this vehicle. But why? Let's take a look. Goodness me, you can see that 19 out of 30 are understocked. Let's listen to SAP and trigger that automatically scheduled restock. I'm going to switch on automatic resolution for the rest of these problems so they're dealt with and not forgotten about. Let's take a look at the inventory tile. This application can show you every single piece of inventory in his whole region. If you just want to see a particular record, you can use the filter, sort, and group functions to find it. This tile holds the same functions as the vehicle application, so let's turn on automatic resolution and move back to the dashboard. Reporting. Let's go to the KPIs page and have a look. We've got faults, procurement costs, cost of ownership, and asset wastage, which are the 4 key KPIs that Sam has to report on. Each of these then has an individual dashboard, which I'm showing you now, outlining the real-time data for this KPI. Sam can now use these to accurately predict and justify his choices during investments. To make his life a little bit easier too, these can now be exported directly from the dashboard to his local device as either Excel or PDF formats. As a final push over the line, Sam also has visibility of each vehicle's location, specifically outlining those which are outside the current operational area. To help him fully understand the demand throughout the day, he also has a dashboard of heat map for the vehicles. Let's give Sam back control of his new dashboard so he can get on with his day job and fix these problems. As a final note, I honestly feel that this prototype meets the user demand, and the use case really shows how IoT and connected devices can be leveraged to yield genuine business benefit, creating a leaner, more adaptable and understood business. I hope you agree. Thanks for watching.